When fate decides a troll must bow, Chieftain Narjak Firstborn told his cub, Akrog must carry the tribe now. Narjak has spoken. Slowly, Akrog looked up from the bloody mud. Akrog cannot. He is not ready. Narjak's gaze was like fog. Take care of them, cub. Them and him. Both. Shield the tribe, and shield Noag. Those were Chieftain Narjak's last words to his cub Akrog after a ballista bolt from the Tusk Hunters pierced right through his chest. Fabled warrior, leader of the Moonkin Trolls, last of the mythical firstborn, killed by elven poachers. It was not only Narjak's heart that Bolt impaled that day, but also that of the Moonkin tribe, weakened by the terrible blood-rot plague and decimated by the Hunters. They had long been struggling for survival. With their mighty chieftain gone, the last ray of hope still shining was Noag, Akrog's younger sibling who had inherited Narjak's legendary power. The chieftain's wish for Akrog to succeed him surprised many kin, but it surprised Akrog most of all. True, he was a strong and honorable warrior, but far from the Moonkin's best. All he had was the peculiar gift to hear the voices of the dead, and an iron will to do right by his sire's last words. Was he ready for this? He could not say. Yet when the tribe demands, a troll must bow. And so Akrog found himself giving his first command as a chieftain to be. The Moonkin would travel to Mugwa's cradle, a shrine guarded by the Bonekin Trolls, to perform the Devouring, the sacred ritual where the new chieftain consumed the old chieftain's heart to take up his role. This story begins the day the Bruised tribe arrived at the cradle, where Akrog, joined by his mentor Grungwar and his trusted one Saska, ventured out to find a holy plant for the ritual, Mugwar's Tear. Little did Akrog know that the true trial of the Moonkin Trolls had just begun. No matter what the Trolls may think of Chieftain Akrog, trust not the foul tusks who say he had everything given to him on a moon's silver platter. All because his sire was chieftain before him. Oh no, little cubs. The hunger, the blood rot, the hunters. The Moonkin had become but a shadow, and in the span of a day, it became Akrog's calling to lead them back to Mugwa's light. The day he and his two companions went out to prepare Narjak's last rites would be but the beginning of his troubles.
Are these the ones?
Mugwa's tears, the sacred plants, blessed by the goddess herself.
Pity she always cries in hard-to-reach places. It was a rotten pain to get here.
One blew Akrog to embalm the chieftain's corpse for the devouring. Harm not the others.
Akrog has a question. If the blooms are so powerful, perhaps they could help with the blood rot. Surely Mugwa would understand.
Akrog's sire said the same thing.
He said that? When?
Oh, hundreds of moons ago. Back when the blood rot first showed. Akrog was still a little cub and little Moonblood was not yet born. The eyes picked 3 blooms, and Shepherd Crumb brewed a potion from them. But it helped not. In truth, It only made the trolls that drank it worse.
Worse.
The hex power of the blooms is too strong, even for a troll's flesh.
Akrog remembers hearing that the Brittlebones use these blooms too, no? The Sharp-eared ones.
The elves, it is true. They call them Lenya, and greedily tear them from the soil to use for their hexes. A typical lightling ways if Grungwar is asked. They think themselves so much holier than the dark races. But in the end, all they do is take, and take.
Akrog wants not to disrespect Mugwa, but why can they not pluck more? This is a Brittlebone ruin. If the Moonkin pluck them not, someone else will.
Akrog speaks true, but still, the laws demand it. These blooms are gifts from Mugwa to the sacred earth, and the only time a troll can rip them from the soil is for the rites.
Akrog understands. All right.
And it is done. The bloom has been plucked.
Back to the cradle then. Before the big little oaf Noag goes mad with worry, thinking they tumbled off a cliff.
Akrog still thinks they should have taken Noag with them. It would have helped his dark thoughts.
Noag's gloom is the reason it would have been unwise to take him. Give him time to mourn. As the moon blood, and soon the same blood of the chieftain, he knows there will be little of that in the moons to come.
Grungwar speaks true. Let them march back. They have lost too much time already.
Wait, before they leave, Grungwar has an unusual wish. He would like to pluck a bloom for himself.
What for? The devouring?
No. It is... The Moonkin have been running for so long, Chieftain. Grungwar dreams that one day they will find a true home somewhere. A tribe camp to last, so to speak.
What have Mugwa's tears to do with this?
Well, it may sound foolish, but Grungwar would like to hold on to that bloom and then plant it in the Moonkin's future tribe camp, like a totem of hope, to show how far the Moonkin have come. But the choice lies with Akrog. After all, it is against Mugwa's laws.
Why is Grungwar asking for Akrog's blessing? Akrog is not chieftain yet.
Yet, by the next sun-up, he will be.
Believes Grungwar truly that this tribe camp will ever exist?
To speak the truth, he knows not. But to use Chieftain Narjik's words, when a troll must choose between hope and fear, why choose the latter?
So he can be prepared.
One can prepare for the worst, while still hope for the best. Fear only darkens the mind.
Can the bloom survive that long?
It can. But forget not, Akrog, these are no normal blooms, but ones that brim with Mugwa's hex power. Grungwar will need to take good care of it, of course.
Fine. Grungwar can pick it.
Grungwa thanks the chieftain. He...
There, old fur. His precious little bloom.
Zoska should not have done that. The blooms are sacred.
Well, Zaska just did, and he still stands here, looking as good as ever. Now, how about they leave this place?
Fine. Back to the cradle, then. On his way.
That man's plan from the start.
What?
Is Trusted One all right?
And it is open. Strange.
Maybe Zarama could learn a thing or two from these ruins.
Brittle bone craftsmanship never brings anything good. He is going. It is like the other one, but the stick is missing.
Let them look around then. Maybe they can mend it somehow.
Gath is this.
That should work.
Gath is this. Let Grungwa take a closer look.
Let's go.
Easy.
This looks interesting.
What is that? Bugs.
Why must they plague the Moonkin?
Go join the worms. Dead.
Let Akrog see.
What on Urgath? The Moonkin cannot go through here.
True. But there is a hex stone. If they can kindle the...
There they are. Trusted One, Nurbok One-Eye. What is he doing here?
Looking for them. The Fat Bonekin chieftain was getting worried.
The tears were harder to find than they thought.
Cub Akrog, Nurbok will tell him one more time. The Moonkin should break off the devouring and move on. If they stay in this clearing for too long, the hunters will come for them.
Nurbok, they talked about this. The chieftain must be devoured, so Magua can pass on his power to the chosen chieftain. Narjok would want...
What Narjok would want is for the tribe to survive. But Nurbok has said his piece. It is clear the tribe would rather listen to a fresh-tusked cubling who hears voices in the wind.
The eyes have not seen hunters for 6 sundowns now. Nurbok really believes they are in danger?
The tribe is always in danger, and they will never be safe. Not as long as the Tusk Hunters are out there. Not as long as the Bloodrot takes warrior after warrior and kills their cubs before they are born. Not as long as there is never enough to eat.
A true ray of sunshine.
No one asked for Small Tusk's opinion.
Nerbok knows that Akrog wanted not to be chieftain. His sire, Narjak, chose this.
In his dying moments, with a big Whittlebone throwing spike through his chest, he either chose Akrog because dying made him confused, or simply because Akrog was his cub. Nerbok knows not what is more pathetic.
Nerbok. It was the chieftain's word.
That makes it no less wrong.
Narjak was Akrog's sire. If anyone knows what he would have wanted, it is Akrog.
What? Has Akrog become a lightling now, where blood ties matter more than one's tribe? It is true, Akrog is Narjak's cub, but that makes him no closer to Narjak than any other kin.
Nerbok speaks true, Akrog. He may be Narjak's cub and feel a strong bond to him, but a cub belongs to the tribe, regardless of his sire. That is what Magwa's laws demand.
There. Listen to Grungwar.
Is Nerbok done?
He is. Make no mistake. Nerbok treasured Narjak like he treasures Grungwar. But Narjak was a great chieftain because he put others first. Surely Akrog knows that, after what his sire did for Nerbok and Akrog both.
Akrog knows, Nerbok. But what honor have the trolls left if they let these rotten brittle bones crush even their most sacred traditions? Now, can Nerbok kindle the Hexstone?
He can. Oh, and Zaska Smalltusk?
What?
Nerbok knows the Smalltusk has been scheming. He will keep an eye on him.
Then how will he see where he is going?
What was Nerbok talking about? About Zazka scheming?
Scheming makes it sound very bad. He will tell Trusted One Akrog after the devouring.
Kin should not have secrets from each other, Zaska.
Interesting.
What is Akrog waiting for? They need to bring the...
Why would Nerbok?
Ask him himself.
And he was about to say the same thing. Akrog.
Fine. That bear.
Nerbok crushed it, but it was already hurt when he came here.
Maybe a Bonekin hunter killed it then.
Or a brittle bone.
Anuk's eyes have scouted the jungle. They say there is no one in sight, neither...
True. Well, it will be a good meal for the ill and wounded. Nerbok will take it back.
A wise idea. Best ask Crump.
Akrog will leave.
He will.
Sharp tusks and thick hide, then.
The tribe must survive! The voice of the Moon King!
Something about this jungle always makes Akrog's hide crawl.
The blood drop in the cradle. It is full of Magwa's power, making life and plants flourish all around it.
Pity all that power does beak shit to keep the hunters and slavers away.
Is something wrong, Zaska?
No.
Let Grungwa take a closer
By the Holy Hide, if it is not chosen Chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher. Cabrax was about to ask the bones if something happened to them.
Chieftain Cabrax, Mugwa prays. It is true, finding the tears was harder than they thought. The Brittlebone ruin was swarming with bugs.
Good for the tears, bad for the many Brittlebone treasure hunters who searched them. Ha! Come, show him. Ah, good. Very good. Mugwa will be pleased. Now all they need is a tooth.
a sacred pierce stick. The Bonekin have none of their own.
Oh, of course they do. But the Moonkin will need to shape their own for their sacrifice.
Speaking of the sacrifice, has the Moonkin's bloodgiver arrived yet? Anuk? When Akrog left to find the tears, the Moonkin Eye Master said he could not be found.
Oh, he has arrived, it is true, a few hours ago. He wanted to be alone with his prayers, though, so Cabrax let him and his trusted one into the shrine. Cabrax understands, of course. Being a bloodgiver is a great honor, but it may not feel that way right now.
Are the sacrifices truly necessary? The Moonkin have lost so many kin already, especially after the last Hunter attack. It feels like a sin to kill another, even for the devouring.
Cabrax understands, Akrog. But without the blood sacrifice, the Bone King cannot summon Mugwa's cub, and without the cub as a river for her hex power, they cannot give the chieftain's power to the chosen chieftain. It is a great price, but a troll must pay it.
Akrog still understands not why the Bones chose Anuk. The Moonkin need all the healers they can get, and his trusted one will be crushed.
Grungwa told Akrog, the bones are the will of Magua, and when she decides, the kin obeys.
Elder Grungwa said it, but Cabrax will speak long prayers for his trusted one.
Oh, splendid. That solves the problem.
Zaska, show respect.
Akrog understands. He will talk to him once Cabrax allows them into the shrine.
Akrog should. Itzkar, the Bonekin Bloodgiver, would like to speak with him too, but they will cross that swamp when they come to it.
How can they shape a tooth? Grungwa said it. It is a sacred weapon.
Just like how the Moonkin shape their other weapons. All Akrog must do is find a hexed brittlebone weapon, scrap it, then have the Moonkin Master Scrapper use the parts to shape the tooth.
Where can they find a hexed brittlebone weapon, though?
Oh, there are many places in this jungle. But Cabrax believes he heard the Moonkin's Master Scrapper, Zaramuk, speak of a brittlebone hideout up north.
His name is Zeramak. But good, Akrog will speak to him. Oh, and Chieftain Cabrax. Akrog is not chieftain yet, but he still thanks Cabrax in the name of the tribe. He knows many Bonekin wanted not the Moonkin so close to their shrine, with the Hunters and the Bloodrot. Cabrax took a risk helping them, and Akrog will not forget it.
Look at that! The cub has his sire's silver tongue.
No, Akrog means it. Only the Bonekin can do the devouring. If not for Cabrax, Narjak would never find his way into the moonlit river, and Akrog could never be blessed with Narjak's strength.
True, true. But Narjak was not only a great chieftain, but also the last firstborn troll. To give him his last rites is a great honor. And as for the fool tusks afraid of catching the blood rot, what they need most is a fat fist to the face. I should know the rot cannot be passed from one troll to another, and be glad the Bonekin were mostly spared. Now off with Akrog. That tooth will not shape itself.
So be it. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Chieftain Cabrax. All right. To the tribe camp.
They should look for Noag, too. Let them hope he has done nothing silly.
They will.
What is that?
Ah, Chieftain back. Good, good. What he need?
Akrog needs Zeramak to shape something. To crush things.
What he need? Ah, Chieftain back. Good, good. What he need?
Akrog is chosen chieftain, not chieftain. Not until the devouring has been done.
Ah, chosen chieftain, chosen, chieftain, same thing. Zeramak no good with twisty words, so he call Akrog chieftain like Narjak now. Less head hurt later. A fair choice.
How are the scrap stocks of the Moonkin? Have the scrappers found enough to make up for what the Moonkin lost during the attack?
Zeramak can speak true?
Always.
Then, no, they not made up. Lost many scrappers that day. Nilak, Pengpek, Dookie. Terrible day for the Moonkin. Terrible day.
Terrible day it was.
But they trying. I, Master Anug, say their Brittlebone battlefield up right from cradle. They have many scrap.
Maybe Zaska can help. He is small and has good eyes. Maybe he can find some.
No, Zaska. Scrappers enough.
All right.
The Moonkin need to craft a tooth. Can Zeramak help with that?
Tooth? For eating?
No. The holy weapon for the devouring. They have the pointy end, they just need a brittlebone pierce stick with hex power. Cabrax said the scrappers found a brittlebone hideout up north.
Ah, the cave, true. It locked, but the scrappers find shiny metal to open it. Here, how it called?
A key. The scrappers went in already.
Not yet, because there are Erics and other creatures. But Chieftain and Grungmore strong. They can squish them. Maybe they take Little Moonblood too? He's so strong.
Maybe. Speaking of Little Blood, has Zeramak seen him?
Bit ago he have, but not now. Maybe he sleep in shelter?
Akrog will look. Either way, they will be back with the brittlebone pierce stick. Zeramak should stay ready.
He will. Oh, and Slig? Best ask now.
The chosen chieftain might be able to help Slig, if he has time. Just come and talk to him when he can.
Moving now. No Little Blood. Strange.
Hopefully he did nothing foolish.
Old fur worries too much. Noag can take care of himself.
Maybe, but he is still there. How feels he now? Better. Speak true, Crumb. Warrior Higrak, he died. The brittle-boned stab-stick missed the heart. In a few sundowns, he will walk again.
Good. That... good.
Elder Grongwar, chosen chieftain Akrog, hunters Aska, Mugwa praise. Crumb is glad to see they are back safely.
Mugwa praise, Shepherd Crumb, kind soul. How are the wounded?
Not well. Nagak and Tap will not live to see the next sundown. Igrak might mend, or he might not.
Might not. But Crumb told him he would be fine.
Sometimes a bit of hope and trust is enough to heal the worst of wounds. What of the devouring? Is it ready?
Almost. The Bonekin need a few more things. Would Crumb know where Little Blood is? Akrog went to his shelter, but he was not there.
Strange. No, Crumb has seen him not. But he was very upset about their sire the whole day. Poor Noag. He still thought Ken lived forever.
Akrog will see if he can comfort him.
He should. Though this would have happened one day. Kin dies, and there is nothing a troll can do. It is a painful lesson they all must learn. And even though a troll should treat every moonkin as kin, it is no secret that the death of a trusted one or same blood can hurt more.
Either way, they need to find Little Blood. Has Crumb any idea where he went?
No, but he is sure he went not far. They should look in the jungle.
All right. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Crumb.
Grungwa will go there. Only fools challenge the Moonkin.
They met with the wrong tribe.
What is that?
This looks interesting.
Should be Nerbok. Akrok too young. Also, Kutuk know why they call him Bone Crusher? 'Cause all he can do is crush Oh, chosen chieftain.
Interesting. Probably.
Let Akrog. Ibrak, Kutuk.
Elder Greyfur, chosen chieftain Akrog. The blood for the tribe for the blood. Hunter Zazka.
I Kutuk. I Ibrak. How wonderful to see them.
What are they doing out here? Scouting.
I Master Anug tell them about strange sparkles in the jungle, so they go see.
Is nothing here, though.
Speaking of I Master Anuk, where is he? He was not in the camp.
East of the cradle with few others. They say Crumb's beaks find nest of Araks out there.
What sorts? Let them pray to Magua. They are blood fiends, then. Their flesh is the most nourishing.
Strange sparkles.
Ibrak and Kutuk asked themselves the same thing. He say the air wavy, like over a fire.
Grungwar, any idea what that could be?
Maybe X-Power. Hard to say.
Green spot mushrooms, maybe. They make the nearby air wavy.
Could be. It is true.
Have they seen Little Blood? Noak. He is not in the tribe camp.
He not? They see someone go through bushes up north. Now that Akrog say it, he probably too tall for Scrapper.
Tall sounds about right. Let them hope he did nothing foolish. Akrog heard them speak about him. Ibrock thinks Nurbok should have been chosen chieftain, and not Akrog.
He must hear wrong.
Well, that is enough to convince us.
Shut up, Small Tusk, or Ibrak will make Ugly Face even uglier.
Kin harms kin not. Now speak true.
What do you want Ibrak to say if they heard all?
Nothing. But Akrog will say this. Akrog is chosen chieftain because Sire Narjak chose him, not because he won.
Ibrak knows, and he's sorry. He no disrespect Akrog. It is just the moon can lust so many. They cannot lose more.
Trust Akrog. He knows. And once he is chieftain, he will do everything he can to make sure they do not. Now, another question. All right, they will leave now.
Sharp tusks and thick-eyed.
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp. He will protect the tribe.
Even the worms would not eat such a beast.
What on Urgath is this?
What is this?
What is that?
You will lead the way. That way.
Let Zazka get a proper look. Interesting. Probably.
Bloodburn. That was the name of the hex plague that had caused the rot 600 moons ago. It came from a land far across the water, and its bite was felt by the races in different ways. Elves were barely affected. Brittle bones died slowly. Green skins quickly and brutally. The bloodburn was weaker on Urgath, but it affected its creatures nonetheless. The trolls were left cursed with weak flesh, and cubs who died before they could be born.
All right. A tiny pierce stick with hex power, Gabrak said. Let them find it.
And keep their crush sticks ready. Zeramak said there were beasts.
Can a troll not
He is
rest
going.
for a moment?
May Magua guide his hands.
They will die next.
Let him at them.
What is that?
Let Grungwa take a closer look.
Moving now.
Time to move on. He will protect the tribe. We'll slow them down.
What have they here? Great! More problems to smash.
They will die next.
Let Zazka get a proper look.
You will lead the way.
Interesting. Probably.
He is on his way.
For the Moon King!
This looks interesting.
They will regret this. Over here, big shit.
In that direction?
There. So many shiny things.
Grimoire has any idea who lived here? Hunters?
Nah. They hunt for the shiny things, so they would not leave them here. Maybe robbers. Brittlebones who crush and steal from other Brittlebones.
Let's go get a proper look.
It will not open.
Should they just smash it?
That might break the shiny things in there. Let them look for a key.
No! No touching! Fat troll hands don't touch Zippet's gold! No!
Mugwas!
No cause for worry. Just a tiny spirit greenskin. It is harmless.
Harmless? Zippet will show the fat brutes harmless. You see these bones, yes? They were two adventurers who starved to death because Zippet kept the magic walls up for 100 years.
The Moonkin care not about the shiny things, but they need something with hex power.
Hex what?
Magic.
Oh, you mean an artifact, yes? Fine. Zippet doesn't want to stay here for 100 years, no. So here's his deal. Zippet gives you one of his artifacts, and the fat brutes hand back his gold. Everybody happy, yes?
What is this artifact they will get in return? They need something strong, with hex power.
It, is strong. Owned by a very powerful pale-skinned mage. Yes.
A hex stick, then. What can it do? Throw fireballs? Raise the dead?
Well, no. Cut potatoes. By itself, floating, yes. Very useful, very strong. And the pale skin loved it.
It should be fine, Akrog. Just a bit of hex power will be enough.
Yes, yes! Now give Zippet the gold!
Let Grimoire take a closer look.
Oh, beautifuls! Come back to Zippet!
And gone. Grimoire, spirit.
It is true. His soul was not at peace, so his god took him into the moonlit river and...
Just get hold of him, okay? This place gives me the creeps.
Akrog, is he all...
It is just... he has been hearing things again.
The gift of spirits?
It is true, but this is the second time in a day. Before that, Akrog had not heard a spirit in moons.
Maybe the cradle makes Akrog's gift.
Grimoire thinks not. His own gifts are still the same. It must be something else in this jungle.
Well, now is not the time to think. Let them try this key, so they can bring the artifact back to Zaramak.
What is this?
There, the artifact.
Chieftain, let them go back to the tribe camp. This should be enough for Zaramak to shape the tooth.
Destroy them! They will not get away from Zazka! Interesting.
Probably time to move on.
On his way.
Why must they plague the Moonkin? Afraid of an old troll?
worms would not eat such a beast.
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp.
Let Akrog see.
All right. Let them find Little Blood, then bring this to Zeramak. They must complete the devouring before sundown.
It will all work out. Grangwa feels it. Magua smiles upon them.
Wonderful. Then what could...
Why must he always blaspheme? Zaska knows how difficult his role in the tribe is. Wants everyone to shun him.
They can speak of this later. Now is...
Zaska could not agree more.
Grungwa is ready.
Noah, crush!
They here?
Noak, quick.
For Noah. Go squish!
This looks...
They see Noah strong. He make Eric go squish. He do same for Brittlebone, who kill Sire. All of them.
As long as he leaves a handful for Zaska.
Zaska get 5. Noah 5T.
50. Why is Noak out here alone? It is dangerous.
Maybe for old Grumpf. No for Noah. He's strong.
He is, but he is also the Moonblood, and the tribe needs him. Hunter Eric was killed by a wild wyvern just a few sundowns ago.
Noah not Eric. And tribe like Noah cause he's strong. How he can stay strong if he always hiding in his shelter?
This is not about hiding. It is about being strong together with the tribe. It is true, Little Blood can crush many Erics alone, but he will still only be one troll. The Moonkin together, though, they could crush all the Erics on Urgith.
Noah understand. But tribe need be stronger then. Lots stronger.
So Mugwa Septic utters Noag. Take a deep breath. The hunters are...
But will be! And if Noah been stronger last time, Sire would still be here, and...
Oh, Little Blood. Calm. Be calm. It is not his fault Sire is dead.
Is. Everyone say Noah Moonblood. Noah blessed because he's so strong, but he not. When hunters came, he can...
And neither could Akrog, or anyone. Noak is a Moonblood, it is true. But Sire was a First Blood, 10 times stronger than even Nurbok. It is good to grieve kin, and it can be good to be angry. But Little Blood must not let this anger turn into despair. Else he will, one day, do something bad.
Sire always say the same thing. Big Blood right. Noag sorry. He be calm now.
It's all right, Noag. They all understand. So he just went out here to show the tribe he is strong and to unleash his anger?
No, not only. He needs something from the Eric. It's... how say... guts?
Should Zaska dare to ask why?
It's a prize for Crumple Noag make with Zeramak. Noag can take...
Sure, but he will accompany them afterwards. It is better this way.
What next? Rat them! They go back to Zeramak now?
Soon.
Why not?
Moonblood, he is back. It is true. Crumple!
Scrapper Slig Stoutheart. He wanted to speak.
It is true, Chosen Chieftain. Slig knows this is a strange time to be asking him for a favor, but Chosen Chieftain Akrog has always been happy.
He has, it is true. And what sort of help is needed this time?
Oh, the usual. Slig needs to bring back as much scrap as he can, so that he and the Master Scrapper can keep up with the need for weapons, armor, and all that stuff.
He needs Akrog?
No. Just shield Slig while he finds what they need. He gets so carried away with sorting that he would not even hear Mugwa's cub if it came sneaking up behind him. There is a crumbling brittlebone place southeast of here, where Slig might find some lovely scrap. Chosen Chieftain knows where Slig means.
He knows.
Perfect. So, has the Chosen Chieftain time to help Slig, just like in the good old days?
He has not really the time, but he cannot say no to Slig. What is his plan?
Mugwar prays. The Chosen Chieftain is so kind. Slig will meet Chosen Chieftain Akrog outside the Brittlebone ruins. It will not take Slig long to find out what he needs. Hopefully.
It had better not.
All right. He will see him soon.
Moonblood! Mugwa prays!
So popular with...
Moonblood out and wild to find Eric Gert. But he should have gone with he Moonblood. Noag no need be sorry to lowly Zeramak. He do what Mugwa...
Little Blood? He wanted to give Zeramak something?
True! Here, Noag found... It's so sticky.
Smells as nice as it looks.
True, could work. Look, pretty. Like Zeramak.
What is this? A hammer?
A songbone, like greenskin slave drums. But this one makes long sounds like an iron beak's call.
They mean music?
It is true. This is for Crumb then, Noag. Would it...
All right. Akrog needs that.
What he need? Zeramak, old hide, he have it still. Here, Chieftain, Mugwa's tooth.
Akrog thanks, Zeramak. To Cabrax, then. Oh, and Zeramak's scrappers can search the cave now. It is safe.
But need give Crumple surprise first.
Right.
If he gets through this, Glorag promises never to insult Krasik again. Or maybe just once.
Where was Noag? Make something for Crumple. Just show him, Noag. He will like it. Here, gift. A song wood. No, a song bone. But how did Noag make this? Zeramak helped Noag make it. And he, well, Crumple always helped Noag, just like Big Blood, Zaska, and Sire. Noag he want to... Oh, it true.
That is very kind of Noag.
Well, it is settled then. Shepherd Crom Kindsoul.
Noag, thanks.
Calm, little blood. He can speak with Crumple again later.
His same blood is right. But Crom thanks Noag again. He will start making sounds as soon as he can. If these old fingers allow it, that is.
What is this?
Going now.
This looks interesting.
It was good of Chosen Chieftain Akrog to come. Is he ready to shield Slick?
He is ready.
Oh, wonderful. Let them see how much lovely scrap is waiting for them in there. Mogwar's tusks! Look at this place! Slick's not sure where to start.
Slick should keep his voice down. He was right not to come here alone. Akrog is sure there are enemies around every corner.
Slick cannot promise to be calm, Chosen Chieftain, but he will try.
He helped tribe. Going now.
What is needed of him?
He go there. They messed with the wrong tribe.
Slick thinks this might be the last of it. Oh, rotten Arax again.
Akrog will take care of them. Is he nearly done?
Slick is a fast worker, Chosen Chieftain. They can head back in a flash. Unless he is not in a hurry to return.
Well, there is just so much to take care of. He would like to help Slig for longer, but
duty calls. Slig understands. It cannot be like the old times anymore, and at once he is chieftain. The chieftain can still have fun, though. He should not forget.
He will try not to. At least Little Blood is good at reminding Akrog to be less serious.
That is good. Noag Moonblood makes them all smile. He is such a sweet troll behind that thick hide and those strong arms. The tribe is lucky to have a troll like him who can bring joy and hope.
Noag bring joy? Was that good?
It is true. Noag Moonblood always makes Slig's day brighter.
They run from Noag.
Keep those Arax away from Slig.
Worry not. Akrog will crush them. Just get that scrap.
He will. This makes a nice change from all the thinking Slig has been doing lately.
What thinks he about?
Slig will tell him if he promises to keep crushing those Arax. Well, Slig likes to think about the trolls he knows. And the ones he has known.
Has Slig lost someone close to him, too?
It is true. And not as recently as the Chosen Chieftain, of course. Slig likes to remember his old friend, Zanik.
Zanik? Akrog knows not that name.
They had been friends since they were cubs. Slig will never forget the day when Zanik asked him to be his trusted one.
What happened to him?
The blood rot took him. He got hurt out in the swamps, and it seemed like he was getting better. But then, the rot took over and he was gone. Slick was with him when he died. He hoped Zanak knew he was there.
Together, to the very end. That is the promise trusted ones make.
Now Slick really cannot carry anymore. He will run back to Zaramak, so they can use this scrap straight away.
That was actually quite fast work. Akrog is glad he found what he needed.
It would have been a lot slower if Slick needed to fight those Araks first. Slick thanks the Chosen Chieftain for keeping it.
It was no trouble. Well...
A little trouble. Sounds like Slick. Come back and find Slick when Chosen Chieftain gets back to the tribe. He has an offer for him.
He will.
Let Akrog see.
Akrog is glad to see Slig made it back safely with such a burden. Was Master Scrapper Zeram?
Very much. He and Slig are grateful to the Chosen Chieftain.
They are welcome. Maybe it helped Akrog.
Look, once the burial is done and he is used to being chieftain, he should let Slig cook a meal for him. Slig owes him something tasty for giving up his time on such a day. He can bring Noag Moonblood too. They will toast to a bright...
Akrog would like that. Remind him again after the...
It is a deal. Sharp tusks and thick hide.
Sharp tusks and thick hide, Slig.
What can he do? Ah, Chieftain back! Good.
Akrog need...
What he need?
He is going.
Noag, go! Look at this! It's true. Well. No, and Grungwar says he has no signs of the rot at all. No weak bones? None. He's not even old enough to hunt yet, but already stronger than some warriors by his 5th year. Grungwar believes he will grow even bigger. Chieftain Narjak aside, Magua praise him. Noag is the strongest moonkin that there ever was. Well, then Cabrax hopes Noag will sire many cubs. Perhaps one with a Bone King, though.
Noag is standing right here.
It is just mating. So, have the...
Akrog has it.
Let Cabrax see.
Akrog knows they have spoken of this before, but is there truly no way the Bonekin can let all the Moonkin into the cradle for the devouring? Tradition demands
that all kin see the Chosen Chieftain devour the heart. Cabrax knows, but there were enough fools in the tribe who wanted the Moonkin not to come here as it is, rot and all. And Cabrax wanted not to cause more grunting. 12 chosen Moonkin warriors, and the elders of the tribe can witness it. The rest will have to stay outside in the tribe camp.
Of course. Akrog understands. How can it be the Bonekin have not been cursed by the rot? Many other...
That is a good question. One Cabrax has off...
And? What did the Wise Bones say?
That the cradle protected them. It is the only explanation. There were a few Bonekin whose flesh was cursed, but they were all wanderers who spent many moons away from the shrine when the cursing happened.
This makes sense.
Cabrax and the Seers thought the same thing. That is why they allowed the 4 Bonekin who returned.
She helped them not.
Cabrax is certain she tried, but she could not. All 4 are now floating in the moonlit river.
Akrog has been meaning to ask this. Why is the Bonekin tribe so small? With their hex power and their gifts, they could become one of the greatest tribes on Urgith.
And what good would that do? Look around, Akrog. This shrine is not big enough to shelter many trolls at once. Especially...
They could build shelters around it.
True, maybe they could. But they would be harder to shield against enemies of the tribe, and draw... Also, it was never the Bonekin's calling to grow big. They are the guardians of the cradle, the servants of Mugwa. No more, and no less.
The Moonkin's great warrior, Nurbok, fears the tribe being here will draw the Tusk Hunters near. Cabrax fears it not?
Cabrax fears.
And yet, he agreed to do the devouring.
And he told Akrog why. The Brittlebone Hunters are dangerous. But the moment Trollkind allows them to crush their traditions and the law, they have won.
Words worthy of a chieftain. Also remember there are no signs of hunters wide and far. They are probably scavenging the kin they killed last moon.
They speak true. Here. Will this do?
It should. Follow them inside.
Grungwa,
the air here makes Akrog's hide prickle.
No one go there. Well then...
The summoning of Mugwa's...
No need to look like a beak shat on his head, Akrog. Summoning Mugwa's cub is a great honor. He should be smiling.
A Moonkin and a Bonekin have to die for the ritual. Akrog sees nothing to smile about, and he understands not.
Cabrax told him why. It is an honorable way to die. Being worked to death as a slave of the Greenskins? Disgrace. Starving? Disgrace. Untusked by a Brittlebone? Disgrace. But giving one's blood so that Mugwa's cub can take the...
Cabrax speaks true. Arnuk's trusted one will have dark thoughts for a long time. But maybe he will find solace in the thought that Arnuk will be floating in the moonlit river right beside Narjek.
Arnuk die?
So Noag's sire can go in peace, and trusted one Akrog can be the new chieftain. Zazka will explain to Noag, but not now.
The Bloodgivers are already here, are they not?
What? Prepare the rest of the offering of coals. Wood, food, and crushed stone. Tradition demands for the Devoured One's tribe to gather them. But if Akrog wants, the Bone King can do it instead. He knows the Moonkin are weary.
They are weary, it is true. But the Moonkin will respect the traditions.
Words of a future chieftain. Return when the Moonkin workers have built the gathering dens then.
Interesting. Probably.
What is this?
You will lead the way. The tribe learned something new.
Let Akrog. All right. The workers are preparing the off.
Scrap! Just have the Moonkin scrappers search the cradle. There should still be some mounds nearby. Then comes the blood-giving.
How works the blood-giving exactly? Two blood...
It is complicated. Of the two blood-givers, one is the sacrifice, and the other, the vessel. The vessel devours the sacrifice.
What mean devour?
Eat. So he means the vessel must eat the
Like chosen chieftain Akrog will eat his sire's flesh of the Cabrax told both blood-giver Urnuk, the sacrifice, and blood-giver Itzka, the vessel, what they should do. Akrog should speak to them once he is ready to make the offering.
He will. Sharp tusks and thick hide.
He is going. He is on his way.
It is nonsense. Why your chosen chieftain, Akrog?
Magua prays, Bloodgiver Arnuk Softa.
Bloodgiver. All his life.
He became Bloodgiver the moment...
Rot Magua! Rot the devouring! Rot the hunters! Just when Anuk has accepted his fate, his trusted one will not. What can he do, chosen chieftain? He wants not to leave Nurab like this.
The last hunter attack killed dozens.
How about a soul charm? If the moon... That Anuk gives his life for the...
Where can they find the...
Cabrax told...
All right. They will be back.
Close enough.
What is it?
Bloodgiver Itzka will give his life tonight. To die with the rot in his bones.
The rot can only be passed on. Not from troll to troll.
That is what every fool believes. Itzka wants his flesh to be pure when he offers. Chosen chieftain speaking to Itzka. He wants to be alone with his thoughts.
Itzka will devour a Moonkin's flesh. If what he thinks is true, would he not catch the rot then, either way?
He would. But the Moonkin sacrifice dies a few breaths.
Akrog came to...
Thanks? Is the Blood Guard waiting?
Blood Guard?
Cabrax has not told him yet. The tradition demands that the Moonkin bring 3 strong warriors to protect the pyre.
Akrog understands.
He should. Itzka will meet him at the Holy Stone.
Grunwa is here.
Be ready.
On
More scrap for him.
He work now.
He helped tribe.
That way. He can help. Magua praise. They take care of it. Be not worried.
Be ready. He helped tribe. That way?